I do think supply chains need to invest in their people because technology is advancing. Our systems are becoming so integrated and sophisticated in terms of ordering and replenishment that people really need to understand the end-to-end supply chain, not just the tiny bit that they work in. And I think that's where the investment is needed, is really to upskill our teams in terms of technology, but also broaden their business understanding.
I think the number one risk for supply chain is if we fail to take a broader role within our businesses. Going forward, it's not going to be about how we operate efficiently purely within supply chain. It's more about how we influence the decisions about what we do as an organisation rather than simply how we operate it.
So I do think the only thing limiting supply chain improvement is our own mindset. It's the people in supply chain. I think the biggest danger is sort of a focus on single KPI or too much focus on a single metric. I think every decision in supply chain is a trade-off, and the more that we can make those trade-offs for the best of the business and the best of the consumer, the better the outcome will be. So for me, the biggest danger is just our own limiting beliefs.
Technology is an enormous enabler to how we improve our supply chains, but it's not necessarily about big IT budgets. It's more about how do we invest in technology within our teams to drive improvements to specific projects or processes which we're looking at.
So I do think that our customers, when they look at the supply chain, would expect companies to be working together to drive out waste. Some fantastic examples around waste reduction, road mile reduction, that to be honest, we should be working on for the benefit of our customers and the benefit of the planet. So I don't think it's an option, we have to do it.
It's always the opportunity to go and catch up with colleagues, understand what else is happening, and to share informally different ideas or different challenges that we've got within our own businesses.
So I'm really looking forward to, I suppose, the stimulation of hearing a lot of different colleagues bringing their perspectives. And from that point of view, sometimes it will be talking to people working on a common problem, but equally it might be a different perspective and a way of working or a way forward that I've not thought of. So I'm really looking forward to that.
I think for all of us, finding the time to take a day out to listen to what other people in our industry are wrestling with or working on, and just taking that period to reflect is enormously helpful. And particularly in November, you're so close to Christmas that it is nice to take a day out and just think about what you're going to do in terms of building next year's plans.
So I think teams really should make the effort to come to the summit and get exposure to other colleagues in other businesses wrestling with the same challenges of future for supply chain. I think they'll find it incredibly stimulating.